Right. Well, we believe you always need to work to establish a running game. And, we've played a lot of outstanding run defenses this year. Just about everyone in our league, every week you're going to see a salty run defense. And so for us, we can't just abandon it. You have to continue to pound them, to wear on them. We feel like we have outstanding running backs, phenomenal offensive line. So for us, even though they load up the box to stop the run, we still have to find ways to run the ball and let our big guys go to work. And again, Coach Wilson always uses that word balance. So we never want to get away from being balanced, whether that means if we have to run it every time, run it. If we have to pass it, pass it. But we need to have a good mix, but we for sure need to find a way to run the ball.
The third down conversion, I know it's not what you guys wanted. What kind of issues have you seen when you guys go back and watch the film of why you're not able to convert better?
Yeah, third downs are always they're always tricky, and you go back and you watch, and you do want to be obviously you want to be 100%. That's unrealistic, but a lot of times it comes down to just a lack of execution, whether it's one guy being off here, a route being too deep, a protection breakdown. Very rarely do you feel like, once in a while you feel like, I wish I had that call back, but a lot of times it's just one guy maybe getting beat here or there, or one lack of depth on a route. But for us, as we go in, as we move forward, we want to try to be as simple for our guys, run the plays that we ran 100 times so they have confidence in what we're trying to do, and really so you can execute when the game's on the line.
I guess maybe from the outside they think things grow more complex as the season gets older. You have more time to install and game plan week to week. Is the goal actually the opposite, to get almost simpler, because guys just get so many mental reps that you can really dial in what works, what?
Correct. Yeah, if you look back since August, since we've been practicing, we have thousands upon thousands of plays that we've ran on the practice field, and so those are the plays our kids feel the most comfortable with, the ones they've done the most. So when it comes down to it, we may want to try to create a variation of that play, but we want to make our kids feel comfortable and confident so they can play fast and execute what we're trying to do. A problem is, as coaches, though, we sit around and watch film for hours upon hours, and you say, boy, we could do this, and man, we could do this, and all of a sudden we're getting away from what we're really good at. So there's a balance between doing enough different that you're not showing your opponent the same thing every week, but at the same time doing some things that your kids feel comfortable with.
There's a question I asked Kevin with some of the way the Michigan State game ended, the way the Notre Dame game ended. From your perspective, last play, if you have a lead, you're in midfield, 4th and 5. I mean, how much do you swing? For instance, do you no longer even think about punting based on what happened in Michigan?
Well, I heard Coach Wilson's response. I know a lot of it has to do with just the feel and how the flow of the game's going, what the head coach's mindset. Like Coach said, the piece of paper is going to tell you to punt, but is that always what's best for your team? So every situation is different. That's not my job to second guess what anyone's doing. A lot of things go into it. How good's your punt team? How good's your defense playing? Offensively, are you in a rhythm? So many things to take into consideration. And again, not having been in those situations, the piece of paper is going to tell you to punt and play defense, but that may not always be the right thing to do.